And yes, my dear friends, with that we move forward to the next presentation, which is by the Head of Business Development, STEMpedia. I request Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 to please step forward.
Hello everyone, I have been told to pace it up a bit. I can also understand it's been a very long day for a lot of us. So just a quick introduction about myself and what we do. So my name is 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. I look after partnerships at STEMpedia. We are a 6-year-old company based in about coding, AI and robotics education. I completed my bachelor's and master's in mathematics and computing from IIT Kanpur. So I was there in 2014 to 2019. When we were there, a very interesting observation came to me. Just let me ask this question to all of you. Which is the most popular electronics device that you use? Mobile, right? Mobile, laptop, tablet, right? All of that. How many of those devices is India made? You use Samsung? Not India made. Lenovo? Not India made. Bunch of Chinese companies. Then there is Apple, which is US, but again China made, right? When we were in college, what we realized was most of this programmable hardware, like your mobile is also programmable, right? That is created in these countries itself. And India does not have any presence in this space. And then what we realized is, hey, if we have the technical capability to do it, why don't we go about it? So in 2021, we launched this hardware by the name of 𝗟𝗏, a completely made in India hardware. But sometimes some of us feel, hey, it's made in India, whether it is up to the quality, not up to the quality. So I'll show you later on in the presentation as well. But this hardware goes to South Korea. So South Korea is the pioneer of hardware development. It goes there. It goes to China. It goes to US. And that is the kind of quality that we are bringing in with our hardware, with our ecosystem. We are trying to create an Apple of coding and AI technology for learning, especially for the schools. So let me get this presentation quickly started. First, let me talk a little bit about why this kind of education is required. If you look at any child in your class, in your school as well, they are 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years, 7 years. They can run or they can use a mobile phone much better than any of us in that room. They are super great at that. But why is that the case? Because they are grown in that environment that everything around them is technology based. And that is why government is also pushing so much on technology education, which is the need of the hour. Right? CBSE has come up with coding and AI skill subject, data science skill subjects, and this is also something that is very interesting to students. Like when I grew up, the kind of math examples that were there, 10 watermelons, 20 mangoes, what is the, how much money did I pay? But kids these days, they are seeing Tesla. That was not there 5 years ago. And that is the kind of pace at which our instruction also needs to go. So that is the main reason why this kind of a learning is very important in schools. And also the future, right? The employability of these skills is so high. As there was a fine gentleman was saying in the morning session about future education. This is the initial point for that future education that we are trying to build here. But at the same time, when we are doing this in schools, there are so many challenges. There are so many resources that are available, but no central space where everything is available. Then one major gap that I see, and a lot of people in this room have already interacted with me at the STEMpedia stall. They said, boss, kids can do it. How can teachers do it? This is very new for teachers. How will teacher do it? That is what we want to ensure, that every teacher, we want to make coding and AI learning easy for teachers. Students are very good. They will already do it. But for making it easier for teachers is where we have put our effort. right? Then there is also the point that if anybody has to learn coding in AI, currently everything is there in the desktop, but nothing on mobile phones, nothing on tablets. And that is also something that we have tried to solve. So I'll just go into a very quick video of what we have been able to achieve with this. Just a moment, I'm checking with the audio.
Hello everyone, my name is 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. So our project has decided to ensure his safety on roads and will notify his family, police, and the ambulance. The ambulance arrive immediately. Let's start. It's food. It's metal. It's plastic.
Hey, I'm Lee. Hi everyone, my name is 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲.
Changes on Earth is now added. Please show your book into the camera. Set crew is now added.
Please concentrate on driving. Wake up! Please concentrate on driving. Hello, my name is 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲.
Just a quick quiz. What was that last kid trying to do? Can anybody take a guess? Rocket. No. So this kid, he was showing his book on the camera. Yes. Sorry. Answer to the question. Okay. That's a good guess, but not. Lean and fat. Comparison between that. It's a comparison for sure. So a lot of good guesses, but what he was doing, I'll tell you, he was checking whether that specific day, let's say on a Thursday, whether he has to take that book with him or not, hence reducing their own baggage weight. That is the kind of innovation that is possible when you give hands-on education to students. They can solve their own problems, and that is what we are trying to focus on, right? So I'll just quickly skim through what we are trying to deliver. It's a 6-pronged approach where we have developed a curriculum which is delivered using a software and a hardware. Then there are a lot of teacher development programs. Something that you saw as a result was of our coding competition, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. And then there is round-the-year hand-holding, because it can't be the case that we are teaching our teachers only in 3-day, 5-day workshops. It has to be a continuous and comprehensive development that we are pushing for, right? I'll not get into the technical details too much. This is my favorite part. I really love this software. This software, just for your reference, is used by 1 lakh users every month. This is by the name of PictoBlocks. It has block-based coding for younger kids. PictoBlocks also has Python for higher grade of kids, and available across Android, Windows, Apple, you name it, it's available. Right? And then this is the hardware. Some of you might have seen this. This is the 𝗟𝗏𝗲 hardware that I was showing. Something that we have built in India with your love, with your blessings. So that is there. So yeah, I think that is there. And finally, see, this is the kind of technology that can be delivered using this integration, and which includes, self-driving cars, something that the kids are seeing these days, and so many more such activities. We also work, from virtue of our background being from IIT, we provide IIT certification for teachers, for teacher training, something that can be of great use to all educators. And then, as I mentioned, there is physical and virtual hand-holding that we do in all schools. So yeah, I think that is where I would like to pause my presentation. There are a couple more slides, but it's fine. Like, there can be one example that maybe we can cover.
Standard from 𝗪𝗪 School. I have done a project, face recognition attendance system. It already exists, but coding will not recognize people without mask. So it will ask us to wear a mask before registering attendance.
Once she has worn the mask, then the program detects that she is present, and hence she completes the program. But that was just one of such examples. So I'll be happy to take more questions and open this to discussion. I have been fortunate to be 1 minute 50 seconds ahead of my time. So any questions, please, I'll be very, very happy to address. Any thoughts? Anybody has this question, how can I learn coding? No? Okay. Oh, yeah, sir in the back has raised his hand. Yes, I can see you, sir. Yes, please. Should I give you the mic? Okay. Sir, I can't hear you, please. Budget constraint. That is a very, very fair point. So what we do is we run free workshops for educators by the name of Educators Bootcamp. Completely 5-day teacher training, completely free of cost. The competition that you saw, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲, completely free of cost. When we are working with government programs, again we work with a lot of state governments we are trying to get in touch with. Right? And even with private schools, there are so many activities that we do to encourage coding and AI learning for students. So that is the idea, sir. It's a mix of paid and free programs. Any more questions, please? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Really a pleasure to be here. Thank you.